Our next attacking option on the volley is a cross-court cut. So as the name suggests, we really want to be using a lot of cut on this shot. And the idea is that we are changing the direction of the ball, hitting back across the court and getting it to bounce really quickly twice. So this is a shot where you can use quite a lot of margin above the tin and it still be very, very effective. So it's not a risky shot when played in the right way, but can be very, very effective. So there's various things to consider when we're playing this shot, when we're choosing when to play it, and things like that. So this shot, we don't want to play it from too wide and too deep in the court. We want to be playing it ideally from in front of our opponent. So we're cutting off their ball, ideally like around the service line or maybe even just in front. So when I'm stepping across, I'm waiting for that ball to come onto me and letting it come towards my back foot. My wrist's up, my elbow's bent, my racket face is open. And I'm going to be ripping through the ball like I would for a volley drive or a volley kill, but just changing the direction back across the court, a little bit with my movement. So rather than stepping forward, I'm going to let that ball come across and I'm going to just be a little bit more open, let that come back across the court. Okay, but I'm going to be mixing the pace and things on it as well. So this is a shot that you can play with as much racket head speed as you want, loads and loads of cut, open racket face, flat swing again, not steep. Want to hit through the court quickly, get it to bounce twice quickly with the cut rather than be steep on it. But you can also play it a little bit softer. So somebody like Paul Cole plays it really nicely, a little bit softer, which means you can go a little bit wider on the angle. So this shot, we really want it to be bouncing twice before the sidewall, and ideally before that short line as well. So using an angle that's really going across the court and quite short very quickly. But the setup looks exactly like the volley drop, the volley kill, the volley drive, looks the same. But I'm letting that ball come back onto me and then using that shift of body weight to let that ball come across there. As you see, my swing is quite flat again. It's not sitting up. And to do that, I really need to open that wrist. Okay, if I hit this flat on the back of the ball, it's going to hit the front wall and sit up. So I'm going to be too tempted to go too low. To hit the winner there, I'm going to have to go very low. Whereas with the cut, I can still give myself a good margin and that ball stay very short. Okay, so this is a shot where you need to have practice and have an idea of the pace that you want to play it at. You can either use somebody's pace against them with this shot. If that ball comes onto you quickly, get your wrist open and use that pace back across them, okay? Or I can use that space. So if my opponents hit that straight drive and I'm on it early, and I can just hit that space, low cross court, really quickly. Okay, so the same thing on the backhand, okay, but on the backhand, it's really important to get that little bit of turn, but not too much. So I want to be here and let that ball come into me, okay, but I still need to be able to follow through that little bit of an angle cross court. But I actually really like it playing it on the backhand because I think naturally I open my racket face more, find it more natural to open my racket face and finish across here. So like we're saying on the straight one, we want to stop there. On this little cross-cut one, I just want to open that angle up a bit, okay, then stop. Okay, we still don't want to be round here. We want that angle to be there. The position I don't want to play this from on either side is with that front foot across me. So I don't want to be hitting it back across myself. A, it's very awkward, but B, it's very hard to control. Very, very hard to control, and you're also not going to be able to recover from that position very easily either. So I want that ball to be nice and coming into my space, okay? If I'm reaching and it's behind me, then this isn't the right shot. Okay, but you want to practice what pace you're hitting it at, so you can utilize those different angles and explore different areas of your court to send your opponent to. So I really want to be using lots of cut here, getting down to the ball when I need to. Again, don't want it too high. Okay, I want to be getting that through the ball, lots of cut when I need to. Here, that ball running away nice and quickly. Bouncing twice, and hopefully my opponent's either still stuck in this corner, or I've got them to move across first, waited, then sent it back across them, and they've got to turn and go back. So even if they get there, it's a hard movement, you're putting some work into their legs, and they're probably going to have to defend it.